Hello everybody and welcome to Civ House. I'm Rob and today we've got a new developer update for August. Something that we have been waiting on for quite some time. I thought it was going to be coming out last week, but clearly I'm an idiot and I was wrong. It came out today. Technically it comes out tomorrow, but they at least gave us a bit of an update on it. We will make sure either myself or Connor will go through the full list tomorrow, but this is like kind of the video preview of it. You know, I'm pretty excited to see what all they have planned. I think that there are some interesting ideas already from what I've heard is in this update. And I'm excited to go through them with you guys. So let me know if you guys are excited about this. Let me know your thoughts on all the different changes that are expected to be coming out tomorrow. And make sure you guys like and subscribe as always so you don't miss out on the great content we have here for Civilization 7. But let's get into it. Let's watch this video here. I am, you know, intrigued.
Hey Civ fans, Carl
okay,
Marion here.
Well, Carl's at least doing it, so we love Carl.
And security consultant for independent powers and leaders.
All right, glad somebody's taking care of them, because it's not me.
Newest improvements to
Civilization
7. Update 124 will be a smaller update as the dev team is hammering in some larger changes and updates to come. We can't spill all the details just yet, but I can tell you that improved map generation is on the horizon.
Okay. Let's talk about that for just 2 seconds here. This is about what I expected. I had a feeling that this was going to be a smaller update for sure. I think that what this signifies to me is that maybe next week or the week after, we will get the roadmap. There are big changes coming. Like, I think I talked about it maybe last week or the week before. You know, there's, how do I put this? Like, there's a real, I don't know, theory that you could put out there that we are getting ready to head into the second phase, the actual launch of the game. You know, we've gotten a ton of updates. They made a plethora of changes to make this game much better than it was before. And, you know, this is, I think, the last stopgap, you know, this month and probably next month because of the September, you know, finishing Right to Rule. And I think it will be October and beyond. We're going to get a lot more. So just kind of expect that. And then the map stuff, sorry, by the way, improved map generation is something we all want. Very glad about this. I think it's been just off. Normally their formulas are pretty good. This game, it has not been.
Update 124 brings a fresh rebalance to wonders, minor adjustments to age transitions, and other various quality of life improvements.
Okay, that's
Kicking
fair.
things off with a renovation to wonders, community feedback has made it clear that some wonders are not quite wonderful enough.
That is true. I literally said that, I think, in a video last week.
Are rarely placed. So we've been working hard to rebalance 20.
All right. Wait, how many?
27 wonders.
Okay, wow. All right, so 27 wonders. I literally stated this last week. I think part of the problem with playing for wonder playthroughs with certain leaders, you know, certain civs, just playthroughs in general, is I don't feel like a lot of them are worth it compared to some of the other things. I mean, there's some quarters that I think are better than some wonders. So I'm glad to see them making changes. The Biersa getting moved to the engineering tech is interesting. I'm not a huge wonder player myself, so I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly what some of these do, but that's, I'm sure, an important part of it. The Colossus changed cost from 400 to 375. Wow, that's a big production cost decrease. Pretty big, I would say, actually. Moved to the currency tech. Kind of would have thought it would have been there from the start. That's kind of what the Colossus was. Sharukin added +1 science and fortifications in this settlement. That's really, there are a couple really good civs and leaders I could see kind of popping over with that one. And increase the combat bonus from 3 to 5. That's
which should open up
extremely strong.
To give your empire.
Okay, Borobudur, one of my favorites from in the past. I don't like it as much in this civ, but that's okay. Change the ability to affect quarters in that settlement only. Okay, that's fine. House of Wisdom, reduce the number of relics granted from 3 to 1. Wow, okay, so yeah, these are the ones that they're nerfing. So those other ones were buffs, these are nerfs. Erdene Zoo, or Dene Zoo, reduced base culture from 4 to 2. Change placement restrictions to allow any biome, that's still very nice. Decrease cost from 550. Okay, so this is like, that one's kind of a bother. That almost would seem like a, I wouldn't say it's a buff. The loss of culture is not great, but that's okay. And then move to authority. Okay, so
meaningful options.
That's good. I'm excited to go through those
Players
changes
will notice
tomorrow.
Both smaller and larger changes.
Okay. Then we got Eiffel Tower, increased culture and happiness on quarters from 2 to 3. That's great. The Palacios de Bellas Artes removed plus 10% happiness in this city. Increased happiness from great works from 2 to 3. Okay, so that one's like kind of a balancing as well. You're losing it just in that city, but overall the great works get a pretty significant bonus in my mind. And then adds gain 1 artifact. That's also pretty fantastic. And then Budhanath, yeah, something like that. Increased base influence yield from 4 to 6. That's great. Change placement restrictions to allow the grassland biome. Okay, well that's good. I mean, they're just making it easier for you to actually pick them.
Colossus has just been repositioned to the tech tree.
Yeah.
Put it on a different path than Monk's Mound.
So that's fine.
And in the exploration age, wonders like the Forbidden City have been updated to provide more impactful empire-wide benefits.
Okay.
We also introduced changes in Modern, like buffing Palacio de Bellas Artes to grant an artifact to propel you through the cultural legacy path.
I mean, yeah, you kind of need that's a good thing for wonders.
Such as Ha Amanga Al Maui and Machu Picchu, making them easier to construct in a variety of choices.
I mean, but shouldn't Machu Picchu pretty much just always be on mountains?
What new strategic choices these updates inspire.
Okay.
You can check out the full list of changes and details when the complete patch notes are released.
We really only got about
Our
12
round
there, so there's still 15 we don't
changes
know.
Continues our work of smoothing out the edges. We've increased the maximum gold and influence that leaders can take into each age.
That's
you
good.
Can enter each era with more to spend and hands to shake.
It's kind of nice.
Speaking of friends, alliances now carry over to the next age, but the relationship will begin to decay from there.
That's really good.
While you won't have to hustle to rekindle a 100-year-old friendship, you'll still need to play nice for now. Well, this has been a lighter update for Age.
Oh wow, that's it.
Continue our work with more to share in updates to come.
Okay.
On the quality of life front, we've made a few small but meaningful updates, including edge panning. You no longer need to drag or click your way across the map. Simply move your cursor to the edges of the screen.
I will say I'm normally a WASD player anyways, but that's still nice.
Improved controller navigation. We've refined controller input to make smaller movements more precise.
For controller players, I'm sure this is so nice.
Working within detailed areas of the map. In addition, movements across larger maps should feel more fluid.
Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad for you console players out there.
Even easier. Those were the highlights. But as always,
wow,
there's more in the patch notes.
Okay.
Whether you voiced your thoughts on Reddit, Discord, Steam, or in the comments section, we thank you for providing your feedback.
Hey, what's up, Sid? He notices that they're doing a video and just walks out.
When we say some major things are cooking behind the scenes.
I believe that.
That's all for now, Civ fans. Have fun building your empires and conquering history until we meet again. Remember, build something you believe in.
Yeah. Okay, so let's... I stopped kind of because like I think that these are bigger things here. So wait, which one is this one?
What new strategic choices? These updates moving out the edges. We've increased.
All right, so the age transition stuff is the other thing. Sorry, I got to get around my mic. That's why I'm looking around it here. The age transition stuff is interesting. I think the continuation of money and influence does help the fluidity of the game. I'm getting to the point where I don't even understand why there's a cutoff at all. I think it should just be that you naturally kind of just move into your next, civ. Like, I think that that's the problem. There should be maybe the age transition should be more of like a time period where there's like a set amount of turns as you start to kind of build things into your culture. I know they wanted to make it quicker, but I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. That's coming off the top of my mind. But like, this is a nice little improvement. They also have, I think it's here, he's talking about the alliances. I think that that's fine as well. Like, having your alliances kind of stay throughout, and then, they would decay over time, especially really in any period, right? We see some where, I'll just use it, I'm here in the United States, right? Where you had a terrible relationship with England and the eventual United Kingdom, right? But now it's come to where we're very close allies, or at least we're supposed to be, right? So you have those kinds of things, the decay, the ever-flowing, changing roller coaster of some alliances. That makes a lot of sense, and it will feel a lot better because for me, it just was like, why spend those points at all other than for a quick alliance that you want? It was hurting the gameplay, I think, for some leaders, especially, right, who kind of rely on that area of influence. So, and I mean, this will help. Now, they only said alliances, so I don't know if maybe wars will continue on or not. Napoleon just continues to get forgotten about, really. But this feels fine. I'm okay with that. And then the edge panning it's fine. Again, I didn't really use it. That is what it is. What he talks about at the end here, and I don't want to drag this on too much longer. I did want to watch this with you guys, but what he talks about at the end is that they have big changes that they are working on. I really fully believe that. I think that they have heard from us. That is why this one is so small. I'm okay if this one is small, if we can get a roadmap update soon. I just want to know what else is coming so that we can kind of let them know, because they talked about, Reddit, Twitter, Steam, wherever, right? Like, we are letting them know our thoughts. That includes you here at Civ House. I would have to think somebody at some point has maybe run across this channel and seen your guys' thoughts on this. I'm sure they don't care whatsoever about mine, which is fine. A lot of you guys have great comments, though, and it helps to inspire me and kind of help me realize what needs to maybe be done with the game, or maybe look at it from a different perspective. So again, I really genuinely enjoy that. But like, I'm just saying, like, they are making good changes. Like, map generation is the one that I think they're gonna really I think they saved that for tomorrow. I'm interested to see what it's gonna look like. But like, I've seen so many games where a map looks almost identical to this one. I'm looking at this right now. You got the navigable river there. You've got another smaller river here. This is the bottom of the map. You got some mountains here. Like, if you look at literally my Let's Plays, Connor's Let's Plays, like, then you've got desert over here. And it's just, it's very, very kind of cut and dry sometimes. And there are obviously different ways to kind of move the map around. Obviously, they've gotten bigger, which I think has been better, but I'm glad that they are making more changes like this. These are smaller updates, but there's big stuff coming. I don't know what it is. You guys may think maybe Connor and I have some sort of person, at Take-Two, at Firaxis, that's going to feed us some information. We're not at that level yet, okay? So I'll tell you guys maybe if we ever get a source of any kind there. We do not have one right now, but I do fully believe that this will be the last 2 months-ish of, I think, minor-ish updates before we get some big stuff coming in the future. I'm really excited to see what they are working on, how it's going to fundamentally change the game. I think you guys are too. You guys will have to let me know again what you think of this in the comment section below. Which one are you guys most excited about? But I'm really excited to go through all the patch notes with you guys tomorrow. I missed the last one. I think I was sick or something. Connor had to do it. So I'm excited to go through this one with you guys, and I hope that you guys are too. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for us on this one, though. So from our house to yours, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join us for one more turn.